Hey everyone, I'm here with my cat Tux. Well, technically my wife's cat. But for today's video, I wanted to talk about why you should adopt a cat to level up your emotional intelligence. And it's actually quite fitting. I was planning on recording this video today and then um, posting it on Sunday on the usual schedule, but today is National Cat Day. So I'll probably post this video as soon as I'm done recording it. So we'll see if I can do it in one take. So why you should adopt a cat for to level up your emotional intelligence. And before we get into the meat of it, first of all, I do recommend adopting a cat. Your local area probably has a shelter. Here in the Colorado Springs area, we have Wild Blue Cats, Sanctuary for Cats and Kittens. They have regular adoption fairs where you can adopt the cats that they've rescued from various places. A really cool story. You can check out their website. I'll leave a link down in the description below. But a lot of you are probably asking, I'm not really a cat person, can I adopt a dog? And for the purposes of this video and this day, I'm going to say no, but I actually have a good reason for that as well. And the reason for that is that you can train a dog pretty well, but there's absolutely no doubt that a cat will train you. So I really think you'll get the best benefit if you want to level up your emotional intelligence if you adopt a cat rather than a dog. And certainly, no offense to other animals, definitely they need adoption too, but a cat really is the best animal to help with your emotional intelligence. And there are a few different reasons for that, in my opinion. The first one is that your cat is eventually going to do something that you're not particularly happy with, and you'll find a way to deal with that and to kind of live with that, because ultimately you can't really be mad at the cat. The cat doesn't really understand that. There is a bit of a communication barrier, obviously, but your cat's an animal. Your cat's going to do things that you're not particularly proud of him doing. Occasionally our cat does things we're not particularly happy with him for, but we still love him all the same. And we find a way to get past it, because there's nothing we can do about it. The next thing is that there's being that there's a communication gap, there's definitely other ways to kind of understand what's going on in their head. Because they can't speak English, you have to rely on things like their behavior and their mood and maybe tail movement, the ways their eyes look, the way their ears look, the certain meows that they have, right? There's yowls, there's little chirps, there's kind of the general meow, and then there's the very insistent I want food meow. Each one of them means a slightly different thing. The next reason is that cats don't really hold grudges, or at least not until the next feeding time. So you might have to lift the cat off of a table or away from something that they really shouldn't be getting into, and they might get mad at you for that. And maybe one time you might kind of handle them a little bit rougher than you really wanted to, and you're sorry, you don't mean to hurt the animal, but a person might hold a grudge, right? They might see that as kind of a way to, or kind of the way that you are, whereas a cat will give you that opportunity to kind of learn from your mistakes and change how you behave, change how you act, and give you a second chance. So I think that's a really good way to kind of improve kind of the way you approach certain situations. And I think that it's I think this does carry over to dealing with people, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. You can do searches for will a cat or will an animal help me improve my emotional intelligence, and there are lots of articles that say yes, that is the case. And this shouldn't be interpreted as saying that your coworkers or your employees or your subordinates, whatever you want to call them, team members might be a better term. Not to say that they're animals or they behave like animals or anything like that, but there's a lot more in a team dynamic than just what's spoken. And being able to read people and understand what they're thinking and why they're thinking it and what they're going through, without them having to say, black and white, this is what I'm dealing with, this is what I think needs to change, will definitely help you both as a team member, as a manager, as a leader. It's really important to get that, the nonverbal communication. And when you're working with an animal where there is no verbal communication, it's all nonverbal communication, I think that really helps you kind of tune into it and understand what's going on and start to be more perceptive to that. So those are my thoughts on leveling up in emotional intelligence and why I think you should adopt a cat. Again, not a dog, but a cat. If you want to improve in that area. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have a cat and have definitely seen an improvement, go ahead and leave a comment down below and share your stories, your experiences. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like this video, and subscribe to the channel. In the future, I'll be doing probably one video a week, kind of like this, and then one video a week that's more technically oriented. So I hope you like this, and I hope to see you in the next video.